Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Boom! Dr. Cush right here. We are here tonight to travel. We're getting on the plane and we're heading up to the Portland area to a place called Hale Pele, where we're going to be making a big play, huge play, crazy play on a cocktail called the Army Navy. Yes, it has all the same ingredients, but get this, adds mint. What? What? We are in the spa today because it's a very calming cocktail, despite all of my yelling that I've started the show with tonight. We're going to be making a cocktail tonight called the Sleeping Lotus. And then I do the introduction. Ready? Remember how we do that?
Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink.
Like, jeez Louise, I was gonna do a whole thing right there. Dropped a bottle. Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Let's get into what we are making tonight. If you have never had a cocktail called the Army Navy, you're missing out. Gin, orgeat, lemon, Angostura. What a day. What a day you're having with that cocktail. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Serve it up. Spectacular cocktail. How that cocktail somehow made it in to the Tiki pantheon, I don't know. We're narrowing in on a theory of what makes a tiki drink. I do think that sometimes a certain ingredient, you know, like can bring all its friends in. You know, the certain ingredients get a +4. That's what happened tonight. I think that the orgeat, the fact that orgeat is in here, orgeat, I read today, somebody says it's definitely orgeat. Don't be an idiot and add the T at the end of it. I wasn't going to argue with the internet today. Orgeat, because it's in this cocktail, is able to give this cocktail, the Sleeping Lotus, and the Army Navy some tiki bona fides, and thus up there, that way, north is always up, in a place called Portland where the Hale Pele is, they think this is a tiki drink. So we're going to make it here on Tiki Tuesday. I think maybe I'm adding to the problem with this. If I make a drink on Tiki Tuesday, it has to be a tiki drink. Dr. Cush said so, and he's got a doctorate. Let me say hello to the people before we get into the drink. First of all, winner of the 2025 Cushtender Derby, Tiki Bonbon. Tiki Bonbon is I like Bonbon as a name. I believe I gave her that name. I think Tiki Bonbon, I think that the rhythm of that is something special. I think they'll probably teach drummers that. You know how they do like avocado, avocado, grape, 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 mango, mango. You guys don't know that? You didn't take drums for 2 weeks in grade school? All right, well, that's up to you. I think Tiki Bonbon, Tiki Bonbon. That's a 4/4 rhythm. It's perfect. It's a perfect name. Tiki Bonbon, congratulations for winning the 2025 Cushtender Derby and having a 4/4 name. Shawnee P, Shawnee P, Shawnee P. That's 1/1 and then a whole note. That's a quarter whole, quarter whole. Shawnee P, Shawnee P. Good to see you. Good evening. That's a whole lot of notes there. Espen, Moose, 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 Moose. That's a full note, whole note. We'll stop this. DC Debbie Clark, winner of the 2023 Cushtender Derby, is here, ready to go. Who else we got in here? Kyle Tender. He's here. Kyle Tender. Kyle Tender. Little look into how my brain works. Tiki Cord is here. Good to see you, Tiki Cord. Always a pleasure. Never a chore. Chris Salmon. Chris Salmon swimming upstream to get in here. What's up, Chris? And turns out he had a +1, brought Amy. Good to see you, Chris and Amy. What a pleasure to have. Honestly, enthralled. I'm enthralled that you're here. Thank you for being here at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Oh, there's Amy. Whew. Thought he was making Amy up. I was going to have to call Chris in. Roger G is here. Happy Tiki Tuesday to everyone except Moose. Poor Moose. It's Tiki Wednesday there. Doesn't count, Moose. Sorry, buddy. Get back to patrolling. I assume, just one second, we got some time. I just assume that Espen is not watching this on a phone. I have a feeling that Espen brought out a full tower computer, is in a tent somewhere in the deepest, darkest woods of Norway. I gotta assume it's Norway. I'm gonna say it's Norway, and I'll correct myself later. I assume he's in one of those like little A-frame tents, and he's just sitting there watching. He brought a bunch of his tools, half of his bar, and a full monitor to watch this show. That's how I'm picturing it. So please do not break that illusion of mine. My illusions are important. Illusions. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Tiki Tom! His first message didn't go through, but his second one did, and that's what counts. It's always the second message that counts. Just like in football. Whoever hits the first person first doesn't get the penalty. Second person. Don't do that. Oh, good. I am so right about the tent. I figured I would be. There must be... and there is... sorry, did I miss you earlier? I don't see another one from you. There, Bootopia. But Bootopia is here too. Bootopia 2 is also here. Everybody's just seeing you. Something happened there. Guarding the multi-fuel on full run. Somebody's going to have to translate that for me. Guarding the multi-fuel on full run. Well, don't let me stop you there, Moose, but instead, let me give you something to drink. Gin. Gin doesn't... Gin... I would have to say that after rum, gin is the liquor of Tiki. I would have to say... It's been a long day. Gin shows up an awful lot. And I to be honest, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why don't we see more whiskey tiki cocktails? We see so many great gin tiki cocktails. Not a lot of vodka tiki cocktails. Smart. Well done, guys. But the gin seems to bring it up. And I think that it has to be all of those good botanicals. Some of them are obviously from the mountains. Most of them are from the mountains. But botanicals come from all over the world. Am I telling you something you don't know? Botanicals are everywhere. Flowers, anywhere flowers grow, you can make a great gin. As long as you get some juniper berries, throw it in there. I think that gin does a very good job of offsetting a lot of the big tiki flavors. So this is going to be a big old gin drink, 2 full ounces of gin, so get ready for that. Beyond that, it is a fairly basic build for a cocktail. Beyond that, all we're looking for is a pretty basic sour, right? There's a gin sour, but instead of all that sweet, we're taking out the sugar and we're adding in orgeat. So that's how this one works. Shall we start it? I think we started. We're 10 minutes in. Yeah, I think in 10 minutes. 10 minutes in, we can start a drink. We're going to be shaking this one. We're going to be shaking this one with a large cube because we aren't muddling. Specifically, we aren't muddling this cocktail, despite the fact that there will be some mint in here. We're not muddling. We don't want this to taste like it is a mojito. We don't want this to taste like this is a julep. We want this to taste like the mint sort of flew over. There's a saying, there's a concept in Buddhism. Took religion in college. Almost minored in it. Got sick of it. That's an eon. You guys know how long an eon is? If you think of a bird flying over a mountain made of steel, and every 10,000 years, that bird drops a handkerchief on the mountain. In the time it takes for that mountain to be washed to the ground, to be flush with the ground from just dropping the handkerchief every 10,000 years. That's how long an eon is. We want this to feel like maybe 20,000 years, maybe 2 passes for the bird just dropping mint onto our mountain. Not a ton of mint, just enough mint. We're just aiding and abetting the flavor of this delicious cocktail. Just 1 second. I did see somebody up here that I didn't say hi to, and we're actually only 9 minutes in. I think. Oh, there it is. Kyle's lawyer has changed his name. This is a person that practices the profession of law and goes by Kyle's lawyer, who is one, I would assume, only one of his clients, their clients. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you get away with that, but there we go. We're gonna start over here. Yeah, DCW Clark suggests just blow on the mint. That's what we're looking for. Just blowing on the mint. That's what we want. Okay, let's get into this cocktail. We're gonna start cheapest ingredients first. So it's not gonna be like this for much longer, but we will start with a lemon. I will give you guys an update. You guys want an update? Tito and Martin Miller have both begun producing fruits. So that's great. Soon I will be basically a millionaire because I'm gonna just start selling those fruits off. I'm just gonna rip those fruits off the little trees, start selling them at the local farmer's market, make $1 million. That's the idea. And then I'm gonna blow up and act like I don't know anybody. We're gonna go ahead and cut off the nublins off of both of these sides, and we're gonna slice this in the middle. You guys know the drill. Grab our weapon here. We're gonna go ahead and put in 3/4 of an ounce of some lemon juice. Let's measure it out. It's not my cocktail, so I want to get this right. Go ahead and measure out 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. I was pretty much right. Half of a lemon. That's what we're looking for. Half of a lemon. Bloop. There we go. Lemon on the inside. Throw that over there. Save this for later. Kyle, if you want this, I'll put it right here. Kyle lost his voice, so Kyle can't talk currently. Terrifying. He's shy on the show, but when he's now communicating completely in sign language to me, it's an insane situation. Okay, we're gonna put our mint in here. We're gonna put our mint in here now. There's no proper time to put your mint in this thing because we're just going to be shaking it and beating it up. But I do think that the citrus will help us pull out some of that lemon. Since we're not doing any kind of muddling, we're just going to grab our mint. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I pulled this out of the garden, so I don't know if this is the real thing. That's going to go. We're going to go ahead and put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Calls for 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. We're improvising right now because these are teeny tiny mints. I have no ability to grow mint. I don't have the ability to keep mint alive, nor do I have the ability to grow fruitful, large bouquets of mint. I don't know how that works. When you go into a grocery store and you see that there's the big tree, it looks like a bush of mint, and all the little things are real close together. All of my mint is incredibly stringy, but it smells like mint, so we're going to call it a day. All right. Now, orgeat, orgeat, orget, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. In the cocktail that this is based on, the Army Navy, we're going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce. No. Not today. This is going to be a longer drink than that. We are adding our mint in here, so we're going to be adding some bitter to this. If we just think about mint as a bittering agent in cocktails, because that's basically what it is, we're going to have to balance that out with something. Balancing it out with more sour doesn't normally work. So instead, we're going to be balancing out with some sweetness. I did notice, speaking of sweetness, Tim just showed up. Tim makes his own orgeat from scratch, making the rest of us look like absolute street people. So Tim, you keep making us look bad. This is my version of orgeat, which stays forever. Doesn't seem to go bad. And it's made from Trader Joe's almond milk. We want a full ounce of this, guys. We want a full freaking ounce of this. So go ahead and put in a full ounce of some orgeat. Counterbalancing the bitter, but also adding some length to this drink. Not a lot of length, but enough length to make it worth it. The Army Navy normally serve up. This one served in a, what do you call one of those? In Spain, they're called tubos, but I think here they're called either zombie glasses or Collins glass. I was looking for Collins glass. Collins glass, that's the right one. Okay. And we're going to keep going cheapest ingredients. We'll go over here. This is some orange bitters. There are lots of orange bitters in the world. There is also these orange bitters right here, which I love. This is Gary Regan's bitters. I think he gets $1 for every case he sells, so I like buying his stuff. Clearly, I don't use his stuff, but I do like using it. But this one specifically is calling, the Hale Pele is specifically asking me, oh, Dr. Cush, they're saying, please put in Angostura orange bitters. So, what's up, Loriander? Loriander wants to know if this is still pre-recorded. Loriander, no. If it is, this is crazy. It'd be crazy. No. We are back live, Loriander, and I have an announcement about the live show here. I have a scheduling situation this week. And the good news for the scheduling situation, we're just going back to the normal scheduling situation. We'll be back here on Thursday. So just keep your normal schedule, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday this week, and we are live for the foreseeable future. Go ahead and grab your bitters. Grab it like a real bartender. Do your peace hands, like you're for the fighting Trojans here, and put it upside down. And we're going to turn this all the way upside down. Because if it's upside down, then you have control over it. If you're just pouring it like this, you have no control. Sometimes big dashes, sometimes little dashes. All the way upside down means the same size dashes. That's what we're looking for, 2 big dashes. There we go. That is what we want. Yes, this would be the craziest pre-recorded if I was able to guess what you were going to type and talk to it. I thought about it for the last, for the pre-recorded shows, but I decided not to. Shawnee Panda Baker asking the world to give walnut a try. Listen, absolutely. Walnut bitters all day. Black walnut bitters, 100%. I'm in. No doubt about it. Let's get into it. We're going to go to our good friends at Magellan Gin. This is iris flavored gin. This is not the bottle that gives it this color. That is the beautiful blue iris. That is giving this gin this really pretty color. I really like these guys. These guys have been very nice to me recently. So currently, I like them. Next week, what have you done for me lately? You know what I'm saying? But since we're in the spa, and since we are making a lotus cocktail, another type of flower, I figured we would use a flower-forward gin in this. So this is our Magellan. Bless them. Bless them in their blue gin. Well done with the blue gin. 2 full ounces of some gin. A glug, 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 glug. I think, I'm trying to think of what would change this. The orgeat, I never made this cocktail. Let me just put it out there. The orgeat isn't going to give us a lot of color. It's going to be white, so it's sort of something to paint the color upon. The mint could give us a little bit of green. The lemon juice isn't really going to affect the color. And since there is 2 full ounces of this, there's more gin in here than anything else combined. I have a feeling we have the opportunity to have a really cool, like light blue pale drink. That's my thought. That's my theory. I've only been doing this for 20-something years. That is the theory that I have currently. See how it do. We're gonna go ahead and drop this in here. Let me just think about that. I think I've been doing this for like 22 years. Oh my gosh. If you count these, if you count like the Dr. Cush days, I think I've been bartending for like 22 years. Not a long time. Long time to do anything. I always hear people on TV shows are like, I've been working here for 15 years. Pikers. Get out of here with your 15 years. Call me when it's 20. We're going to give this a shake. Now, we don't want this mint to explode inside of this canister. We don't want the mint to take over this cocktail. So we're going to give this a nice light shake, but we're going to shake it for a little bit, right? So maybe just a 1-arm shake and maybe do like a little flare here. Oh, look at that. Oh, boy. Who's that guy? Hey, buddy. What, are you shaking? Yeah. Yes, I am. Oh, cool, man. Well, hey, what a cool shake you got there. You get tennis elbow? Hell yeah, I do. Bad tennis elbow. Oh, well, that's a bummer. Should shake with the other hand. Oh, doesn't work. I got tennis elbow. Now, I do play a little tennis. Little tennis. But I did get tennis elbow pretty badly from shaking cocktails like a maniac. I had no ability to calm myself down from shaking cocktails as hard as I possibly could. Let's give this a smell before we dump it in there. A little mint. A little mint. Just a little. 19 and 1/12 of my first job. Just hit 12 at my current. Don't do the math. Amy Beer's been there for 25 years. All right, well, Amy got me. That's 25 years. Hey, honestly, you gotta appreciate the loyalty. As long as they're good to you. If they're not good to you, get that loyalty right out of here. That's why I'm here. My last job didn't want me back. Let's give this a pour. Let's see. Was I right? Oh, it's got a little blue. A little blue. Oh, the more it pours, the more blue it gets. We're doing the double strain on this one because we don't want any of that mint getting in here. We just want that mint to give us the suggestion of mint going through this. Yeah, honestly, I think the lighting in here is throwing the blue off, but I can see it. Just a very slight tinge of blue there. You should freak the viewers out with chatting someone that was in there. Yes. We're going to, honestly, I'm going to think about how to do that. Good thought, Loriander. We're going to put in our straw. This is a straw drink. All the way to the bottom. There we go. And you guys will be happy. All you garnish perverts. I brought in another flower. I got flowers in my little garden. We're gonna honestly, maybe that maybe size matters a little bit when it comes to hibiscus. It might be a little big for a garnish, but whatever. It's a good little garnish there. It's not exactly a lotus, but it is a hibiscus, and I like it. That's what I like. We're gonna just wipe all this off. I just want that blue to come through. Just a little blue. Yes. Yes. Tim says it's perfect. Couldn't be better. No notes, says Tim. Overkill? Yeah, I think maybe. Roger, can you beat that garnish? Yeah, Roger. Get on it. You go grow a monster hibiscus and throw it into a drink. Completely overshadowed. Can I just say one more time? Definitely garnish is overrated. This is so silly. It looks like I'm trying to contact Mars. Hello? What? Okay. This right here, a cocktail called the Sleeping Lotus, made with Magellan gin. Gives it just a little bit of blue. Just a tiny bit of blue that we're looking for. And hopefully tastes delicious. So cheers. Wow. Amy says, it looks like Audrey too. Feed me, Zemo, feed me. Can I tell you, in high school I played Audrey too. Feed me, Zemo. Weird. Don't feed it Kyle, Cush. All right. Yeah, yeah. If this hibiscus comes to life, unfortunately, if it's between me, my wife, and Kyle. Sorry, Kyle. Needs meat. It's gotta eat meat. It's a meat-eating plant. So, sorry, Kyle. That'll be the end. But that's what we got. Could have colored it with lavender syrup. Yeah, honestly, I think that, yeah, I think the drink, first of all, it's delicious. If you've never had an Army Navy, I highly recommend it. A super classic cocktail, delicious. Serve it up. It comes out bright white. It's a really nice, refreshing cocktail. This is a little different. The mint certainly hits different parts of the gin. It sort of brings out a different part of the gin. The orange bitters definitely show up, and adding the extra orgeat certainly makes this feel a little bit more tropical. But as Chris says, if you want this to be a more purple drink, a little lavender simple syrup would work out, because you're also adding to the flower flavor of this. I would, if I was you, I would split the orgeat and the lavender syrup. I would do 3/4 of an ounce of some orgeat and then a 1/4 ounce of lavender syrup. You don't want to take away from the mint, because again, it's just a bird dropping a napkin over 10,000 years. We just want a little bit of that mint. So you don't want to overdo it with lavender syrup. Can be very, very invasive and really take over a whole planet with that stuff. But it would give you the blue. I think that'd be nice. I also think some creme de violette wouldn't hurt you in this. So just find a way to balance that sweet. And I just, for me, for this particular drink, for what you're going for with this drink, I would lean heavily on the orgeat and add the other one for some effect. Yeah, just throw in some, honestly, why not just some food coloring? Do I have food coloring? I have green food coloring. Throw this in here? No, don't put food coloring in your cocktails if you can possibly get it. Indigo gin. Yeah, some nice indigo gin. Yeah, if you're going for the blue color, lots of ways you can get to it. I think the indigo gin is really nice. I really like the Magellan gin. I've had that indigo gin. I think it's nice. It's fine. It's kind of like a lot of other gins. I think that the Magellan gin, not just because they sent me a bottle and, you know, kind of a paid advertisement, I suppose, but I will tell you, they're not paying me. They sent me a single bottle, and now I'm using it on the show. So I don't know. You take this for whatever it is. I do think that the Irish gin does bring something a little different. So you can use any kind of gin in here. Not surprised that the good doctor did musical theater in the past. Yeah, I got big theater kid energy, is what you're saying. A little bit. Yeah, the Empress would go really well in there. Honestly, I think that this would be really nice as a color change cocktail. If you got some of that, the Empress were to changes from the, put the lemon in at the last minute. You should be good. There we go. Okay. Wait, why is my rum gone? It's always gone. Okay. That is, how did we do? Oh, gosh, we're right on time. Okay. That's what I got for you guys. Now, there was going to be an issue with having a Thursday show this week. The issue was that I wasn't going to be able to do it. So somebody else would have to come in here and do it. I am now able to do a show on Thursday, so we will not be making tomato water this Friday. Instead, show up where we will be making a location-specific cocktail, that's all I'm telling you, on Thursday. We're back here Thursday to discuss the history and the specific location of a cocktail that we'll be making on Thursday. I had to think. I had to come up with it, and I've worked in bars for many, many Halloweens. I've done many, many Halloweens. Here's the issue. Halloween this year is on a Friday. I thought about doing the show the next day. So doing like the Halloween, we do a Halloween show here every year. You got to have themes. Thought about doing it on that Saturday. The problem that I always found with Halloween is once Halloween is over, it's over. It's not like Christmas where you got the Christmas cheer for day, you got Boxing Day the next day. Once Halloween is over, it's over. So if I show up on this show wearing a costume the day after Halloween, I will be, and rightfully so, ridiculed. So instead, get your costumes ready. We are going to be doing a Halloween show this Saturday. We will be making cocktails that are spooky. We're making them that are a little kooky, a little ooky, mysteriously wooky. We're going to be doing all of that then. Lori Ender is asking, when is the tomato water? Tomato water will then be the next week. We'll spend a whole week This is gonna drive my wife crazy. We're gonna spend a whole week with me trying to best some Greek bartender in making my wife's favorite cocktail. So get ready for that. We'll do it on Tuesday. We'll prep something on Tuesday. We'll prep something on Thursday, and then we will have the final showdown. I will bring my wife in here. She will taste it, and she will let me know if I have succeeded in recreating her favorite cocktail of all time. Not one of my cocktails, but some other dude's cocktail. It feels like cheating. It feels a little like cheating. I don't, you know, my wife and I, incredibly faithful. I love my wife, but I don't know, sounds bad. And maybe we'll battle box it. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing an early Halloween party this Saturday. Get your costumes ready. Thank you to Tiki Court for sending us prizes. The winner of the costume contest will be getting a Dr. Cush's exotic pin. So get ready for that. I think I'll have the ability to pop on camera. You'll show us your costume. So this Saturday, Dr. Cush's exotic spooky drinks will be ready to go. Any squid ink or activated charcoal on Saturday? Yeah. I have squid ink ready to go, as a matter of fact. Yeah, maybe we'll do a little, yeah. That's scare the crap out of my wife. She hates that stuff. Yes, good luck, Jen. Good luck, Motu Jen. You know, because I am hurt. My pride was very kicked in the you know. I expect Bonbon to win. Bonbon won last year with her Dr. Cush outfit. It looked a lot like me. Terrifying. Weird. Okay, anyway, that's the schedule for this week, guys. We'll be back here on Thursday for Dr. Cush's exotic drinks for a location-specific cocktail. And then we will be back here on Saturday for our Halloween show, our yearly Halloween show, where we'll be making Halloween cocktails. Oh my God, I talked for an extra time. Uh-oh. Well, you guys all have a little bit of time to get your Halloween costumes all set up. Until then, let's hang out on Friday. Let's hang out on Thursday. We'll be back. Thank you so much to Magellan Gin for sending me the beautiful gin that I was able to use in this ridiculously garnished cocktail. I'm gonna put it back here. I'm gonna put it on the spinner. I think that's important. Let's just light her up. Yeah, there we go. Oh, let's see. How do we? Oh yeah, look at that. Get a little focus on that. Oh boy, look at that garnish. What a day we are having. Put this here and really spin it. Oh yeah, look at that. How come you're moving so slow? Move the other way. No. Probably doesn't need that. Okay, that's what I got for you guys until Thursday. What do we always say?
Goodbye.
Because we're nice.
Bye bye.
And then sometimes we say.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
And then sometimes we just
Hot.
do that. But most importantly, we're going to find him one day.
Are you Dr. Jenga Jenga?
We ask everybody if they're Dr. Jenga Jenga because could be hiding in plain sight. Until then.
Bye.
Life's problem.
Bye! 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 Are you trying? Bye! I know you. Are you trying to drive me crazy? Bye!